Have you seen this?
I'm certainly probably the first American politician who's been detained by the IDF and Israeli settlers.
They can do this to an American congressman. What can they do to Palestinians?
Hi guys, I'm Dena, and you might have heard a bit about U.S. Congressman Ro Khanna's experience in the occupied West Bank. But I want you to take note of how it's drawing attention to rising Israeli violence against Palestinians and anybody else in their path, and what it all means for growing efforts in the U.S. to end support for Israel. So Khanna was visiting a Palestinian village destroyed by settlers when this happened.
These hoodlums come in with machine guns, an M4, an American-made machine gun, and they detain us. They block off the road. And then they call the IDF, and the IDF is on their side, not on the side of the Americans.
Khanna says he and his delegation were detained by the Israeli settlers and military for 90 minutes. Now, of course, we all know this is by no means an isolated incident.
Oh, he's got a knife. He's going to be tired.
Oh my God!
Just days after Khanna's visit, armed settlers in a different village attacked this convoy of foreign journalists that included a CNN crew. I've also been harassed by Israeli soldiers and settlers while reporting in the West Bank.
Okay. Please don't touch our camera.
But what's different now is the level of violence coming from Israeli settlers who, by the way, are living on Palestinian land in violation of international law. The pace of settler attacks in the first 6 months of this year is the highest on record. Khanna also says he witnessed the everyday reality in the occupied West Bank, where Israeli settlers enjoy full protection under the law, but Palestinians are subjected to Israeli military rule, checkpoints, and frequent land seizures.
Americans need to come here and see the apartheid in the West Bank with their own eyes.
Khanna wasn't always talking like this. In fact, he frequently voted in support of Israel in the U.S. Congress and even visited Israel 3 times. And even though he's getting backlash for still not supporting a full arms embargo on Israel, his shift on the issue reflects something bigger.
The politics in our country has shifted.
Support for Israel within the U.S. has plummeted since the start of the genocide, and that shift is now showing up at the ballot box. In many political races across the U.S. this year, pro-Palestine Democrats have defeated pro-Israel ones, including longtime politicians. And just this week, something unprecedented happened. Almost half of Democratic lawmakers in the U.S. House of Representatives voted to end all aid to Israel, which is over $3 billion per year.
If we hope to change Israel's behavior, we must use our leverage.
Khanna voted to end the aid and said his trip to the West Bank influenced some of his colleagues to vote yes as well. Now, that measure didn't ultimately pass, but the fact that it even got this much support is huge. One lawmaker called the change in attitudes towards Israel a shockingly seismic shift in a brief period of time. And if Democrats win control of the House this fall as currently expected, we might see unconditional aid to Israel face continued scrutiny. That is, if U.S. citizens keep the pressure up.